I found a way to hedge my emergency fund against inflation, and here is how I do it at the moment, and here's what I'm going to do moving forward. The problem I'm trying to solve here is I want 3 months of my expenses in an emergency fund. Some people have 6 months, some people have a year. It depends on what you need for you. Some people only need a month or 2 weeks if they feel secure enough in their situation to do that. I go for 3 months. I think that's enough time. So the problem with that is the highest interest rate account is like 5% or 6% where I store my money, and that is getting eaten away to some degree by inflation. But I'm still getting paid 5-6%, which is pretty good. What I didn't think about is, instead of reinvesting that 5-6% into that savings account, because I know roughly what I need as an emergency fund, and I'm happy with that number for the foreseeable future, even with inflation, take the interest as it's being thrown off and reinvest it. Let me show you what I mean. Okay, so you've got your emergency fund, whatever it might be. You've got your interest that this throws off every month. If you with Trading 212, you actually get this every day. I make 37p a day on some of the money that I have in there. And then you have your the flow is that you then invest that excess money, that interest payment, into more inflation-friendly assets. So that depends on your risk appetite. That might just be the S&P 500. That might be the All World Index. But mostly those companies or ETFs or things are going to sort of track inflation at a very minimum, and probably they're going to outperform the 5-6%, whatever you're getting in your emergency fund in nominal terms. So this is what I'm going to be doing moving forward. I'm going to be taking my emergency fund money, which at the moment is £30-40 a month that I get in interest, and then I'm going to take that payment and I'm going to throw that into ETFs or Bitcoin. I haven't decided yet. I'm pretty bullish on Bitcoin at the moment, but I'm also aware that it's at an all-time high. But make your own view with whatever information you want. But this is my flow, and that means that the interest payments that we're getting are compounding elsewhere, so they're not tied to this cash, which I don't want too much cash. But is a kind of risk-free bet on any of these things. So I just thought that was an interesting way of thinking about it and sort of investing in a slightly risk-free way into risk assets. Let me know if there's something that you think is a good idea.